I want to say the reason I went for Bernie is because of MSNBC. And
Go on.
I think it is completely cynical to say that he's lost 50% of his vote from the last time when there were two candidates. Now there are multiple wonderful candidates who would be great presidents and people that I think that we can unify and get behind. But the kind of the stop Bernie cynicism that I heard from a number of people, I watch MSNBC constantly, so I heard that from a number of commentators, and so that just, it made me angry enough. I said, okay, Bernie's got my vote.
Oh, yes.
I love her.
That's also my new favorite person on planet Earth.
Watch TYT. But yeah, you love her. And by the way, like, she's not some crazy digital brown shirt. She said, I'm voting for Bernie, but I think there are multiple wonderful candidates who'd be great presidents. I'm inclined at this point to not even agree with her on that, but she's very like, she has multiple people that hypothetically she could support, but she's been driven to this point because of the obvious bias. And like, so that's Ari Melber, right? Yeah, Ari Melber's there, and he seems like a perfectly nice guy in his show, but his like, go on joke, like, okay, no, but you go on and listen. And I'm not saying he's as bad as the other ones that we've been showing or whatever, but like, there is something to be learned here, and I know that you have a massive financial incentive to never learn it, and if you learn it, to never acknowledge it. But there is a reason that people don't like you and don't trust you, and you reinforce it on a daily basis. We showed you a few clips, these all came out in like the last 16 hours. What if we extended our reach back a week?
Yeah, so look, that's a person who says she watches MSNBC all the time. So I'm gonna presume that she's not necessarily watching TYT. Just without us even saying anything, without any prodding, she watched on her own, was like, oh no, they're obviously biased against Bernie. To the point where it's making me mad, even though I like the other candidates. And it's made me so mad that I'm gonna vote for Bernie because the liberal channel is so obviously biased against him.
That's amazing.
Wow, okay. Now imagine for a second that everybody in the country got to watch MSNBC and Fox News and CNN, got to watch all of them, but they got to watch TYT equally. I think Bernie would win by what, by 20 points, 30 points? So, and I'm being 100% serious. Look, already a lot of people watch this, and hey, look at that, he has a huge lead among young people. Okay, so, but guys, if you heard that Medicare for All takes away your insurance, from those, all three agree, right, of those cable channels. Then you turn to us and you found out, yeah, it takes away your private insurance and gives you better insurance with expanded coverage. If you heard from them that Medicare for All costs 32 trillion, and then you turn to us and you found out, oh, but it also, what they didn't tell you is it saves 34 trillion. And on and on and on. If you heard from them that Bernie doesn't do well with minorities, and then we actually showed you the polling where he is the top candidate with minorities. And the list goes on. If the whole country saw that, progressives would be crushing, as it is that he's about to win, right? But imagine what a difference it would be if you didn't just have propaganda against progressives. If you actually represented our point of view, not more than others, just equally. If we were 1/4 of the media in this country, it'd be good night, Irene. They wouldn't stand any chance at all. And that is part of the reason why they never let progressives on TV. TYT.com/join. I mean, thank God for the internet, because if the internet didn't exist, there wouldn't be shows like ours and the other shows in the TYT network, and you wouldn't be able to get this information, and all you would have is the propaganda on television. And I think the internet has made a giant difference, and that's why it looks like Bernie Sanders is on the edge of victory now, even overcoming all of that propaganda stacked against him. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.